I hooked into a big one up shallow, and I'm just going crazy.
What's up? We have DAIGO here. Woo! Mr. Native Championship right here. So tell my channel what we're gonna do today. Keep in mind he's like 6'2", what? 6'1"? 6'4". Dang.
I'll step back, you know.
So there is a difference. look, there we go. We have DAIGO here, and we're gonna do a one-on-one competition at a local pond in Los Angeles.
First time SoCal. Really excited about this, and hope I can land some pretty good fish out of here.
All right, guys. See you guys on the water. Peace.
Hey, I know that kayak. I seen you on YouTube.
It's that fool that always says live scope.
How long you want to fish till?
You want to do like till 2 p.m.?
Sure.
5 hours?
Yeah, that works.
Best 5, I suppose.
Best 5 length, right?
Whoever wins. Let's do in and out.
In and out?
Yeah.
All right.
Line's in now.
Okay.
All right, dude.
Good luck to you. Good luck, me.
All right, so let's get this started. I think DAIGO is fishing for a bed fish, and he's set up on it in the shallow end, casting it in the deeper end. Great strategy, and
took it.
Just missed it. Looks like he can catch this fish. I believe he's throwing a KAYAK jig. Could be wrong, but it's a football jig with a flapping hog, green pumpkin, I believe. It's usually one of his go-to baits, and he's just working that bed. At the moment, I'm just throwing, I believe, a Uzi Swimmer by Megabass. I just started off with the jerk bait, but couldn't get any to go on reaction baits. You would think, you know, it's overcast, it'd be a great day for reaction, but here's DAIGO hooking up on the first fish.
Took a while. 16.25.
DAIGO made a move on the upper end of the lake. Meanwhile, I'm fishing a jerk bait, just trying to see if there's any reaction bites going on, any fish that wanted to get triggered by reaction baits, but it seemed like it was a finesse game for me. At the same time, I'm using Garmin LiveScope technology on my UHD 93SV. DAIGO and I are not sponsored by Garmin. We just love their products, and it just works. Product link below. And first cast, guys, with the drop shot, I believe, and I'm on. Looks like a good fish here.
Hello?
What's up?
Hey, dude, come over at my end. I just landed my first fish, dude, and it's already I think it's a 19.
Oh shoot, where you at?
Yeah. Head towards the dam.
Oh, okay.
Alright, dude. See you soon.
All right, bye.
Nice female right here, post spawn looks like. Maybe not. She has a little rash. She's very pretty. A nice little 19.5-inch bass. Go ahead and release her so she can fight another day.
Daigo made a move over to the toolies. Looks like he's switching up his crankbait. He was using a jerkbait. I think that was the Jackal Derange, and he's just swapping out. I believe he's going with a medium diving crankbait.
Solid one. Short, fat. Nice one.
Daigo's using a subsurface walking bait. I believe it's a pearl white some sort of jointed soft bait. And on my left side, I am throwing a drop shot still, working on isolated fish and grass beds.
Daigo, this is too easy. Oh, it came off. Oh, man. Catching them all on live scope.
Like that one thing I don't have.
I'm catching them on a drop shot and I'm hitting their heads. They're all in these like tiny grass beds. On again, dude. Come join the fun. Oh, dude.
Like dead,
Might be
dead
another
stick in it?
19. 18 or 19.
Bass.
A little bit of drop shot fun, dude. Yeah, so between this bank right here and where I'm at, there's a grass bed that normally is there during the summertime. It's starting to inch its way up. Probably like a foot of grass, 2 feet of grass. And I'm just casting it on that weed bed, and they're just stacked up on there.
Dang.
this whole area right here is normally covered with weeds, like Clear Lake.
Interesting.
Kind of like Lakeport or State Park.
What's your depth right there?
10.3 feet. I'm throwing a 4.5 inch MM3. Oh yeah, dude. Another solid like 8.5 inch. Look at that. Solid,
Oh yeah.
bro.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I got a 19.5, a 17.5, and then this.
Jeez. Gonna get like 90 something inches, bro.
Drop shot on?
No.
Just use my
Are you like
scope.
dead sticking or?
Literally casting it and then dead sticking it and then just up to it.
Okay.
Freaking 19, bro.
Whew. Take my in and out already. Yeah, once my Yakabass thing comes in, but I'll probably hold off on it.
19 inches. Let's go. That was on the drop, dude.
DAIGO made another move. Went to the east side of the lake, fishing some submerged trees and chunk rock on the bottom. Looks like he's working this finesse jig with a twin tail grub. Meanwhile, I'm working offshore grass beds still, looking to catch some pre-spawn fish and post-spawn fish. Looks like I'm hooked up again. Looks like I didn't record my second catch of the day, but I believe it was a 17-incher. So that puts me at 219, so 17. Let's just say 17. And this one.
Let's go.
Today I use electronics heavily to find those fresh grass beds, and really paid off. All these fish were staging anywhere from 10 to 20 feet of water at the opening of this cove, this protected cove, and they're staged up. They're pretty stacked up. Here I am, hooked up on another fish. It's gonna be a good day. Looks like DAIGO's working on another bedfish
Almost had it.
with the signature football jig and KAYAK twin tail grub. Let's see what I have to say about the day.
So a little update. Got 5 fish. I think I got a 12.25, a 15, a 14, I think, and then 2 19. So I wonder how DAIGO's doing. But all of my fish came off a 4.5 inch robo worm on a Texas rigged rebarb hook 1/0 with a 3/16 tungsten weight. And these fish are just actively biting on on grass beds anywhere from 10 to 15.
Oh, I had it.
I was fishing these grass beds offshore, and they're moving up inch by inch to get ready for spawn. These fish were confused because 1 week it was super warm, another 2 weeks it's overcast and cold. So I believe there's fish moving up and then moving out and then moving up and then moving out. But here I hooked up again. This one didn't measure long, but it was a fun day.
Having fun, guys. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
DAIGO made another move after spending some time with that bedfish. He decided it was enough time, and he needed to move on at that point. I decided since the sun was peeking outside and the weather was looking a little bit better, to move up a little bit more shallow, and it definitely paid off.
Guys,
Caught 3. But what was that?
That's good.
Yeah, thank you. Like 2 2-pounder and like a 1-pounder. Yeah. Thank you.
Looks like someone was admiring DAIGO's rig, but it looks like at the same time I hooked into a big one up shallow, and I'm just going crazy. Going crazy.
yeah! Boom!
That's gonna jump me up in the leaderboard for sure.
Boom! Let's go! Woo! Come get some of that! Yeah, buddy! Let's go! Let's go, guys! Come on! You can't beat that! Woo-hoo-hoo!
Dude, I stuck the digging.
Oh yeah?
20.75.
God damn.
I forgot to weigh it.
Oh man.
On a drop shot, bro.
You're at the same area still, huh?
I actually pulled up because it got a little bit warmer and I wanted to check out the shallow areas.
Uh-huh.
Dude, up in the Toolies.
Oh wow. Oh, did you just throw your drop shot into the Toolies or?
Like on the edge of it,
Okay.
not inside.
Yeah.
But when it came up, I was like, nope, this feels different.
Right on, bro.
Dude, they're moving up shallow.
Yeah, I caught, well, I only have 3 right now, but they're all coming off of beds. So.
Oh, off of beds, you said?
Yeah,
Did you get them on the dark sleeper or what?
on a jig. Can you
Yeah,
hear
I'll
me?
catch up with you later. Catch your last 2.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm pretty sure I'll be treating you in and out today, so.
All right, bro.
All right.
I'll catch you later.
Good stuff, man.
All right.
All right, bye.
You're on the blacklist of YouTube? I had 93.5 inches today. What did you have, Daigo?
I haven't bothered to measure my last two because probably you're like, oh, I got a 19, oh, I got 18. So I was like, okay, I'm done.
Did you catch like a 17 and 2 15s?
I had a 17, a 16 and a quarter, and probably two like 15 inches.
Dude, you were right there. Like, if you would have caught in 222s, which is highly possible at that lake, you would have beaten.
I mean, I saw a lot of fish, the graph and just sight fishing too.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of pretty good sized ones out there. So.
Granted, guys, I cheated. I used live scope. And I sniped them right on their heads. Like, I saw everything happen. Except for that 5-pounder, 5.5. That one was right next to the tulies, and I wasn't working offshore, but Daigo and I are fishing San V, American Bass, and KBF event. This weekend, our official practice day 1 is tomorrow. Starts tomorrow, so we have Jacob Wheeler over here.
You know, just try to go out, just enjoy enjoy the time being out there. I made a trip down here for a reason, so.
Yeah.
But if we could cast a check, that'll be.
Dude, this will be your ultimate month. If you catch a check,
yeah, that'll be.
You just grind it out, man.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go fish, try to catch my limit.
As value for my viewers, from a guy that you took first place in the native tournament, and then you took second place for the Yakabass. Like, what are some of the strategies that you took during practice, and what are strategies that you applied during tournament day that really helped you out get that first place and second place finish? What are some of the things that
kind of
that helped you, that you could tell some of my viewers, like help them practice, help them kind of have a better tournament day? Let's say if they're doing like a small tournament, or even an American Bass or KBF tournament, like what kind of strategies would you recommend?
Well, for me, like when it comes to pre-fish, I'll try to throw as much different baits that I can and see what they'll bite or what they react, and then it's really like something that you gotta experience. Like, you gotta start, like if you're gonna do fishing tournaments, that you have to put in your time and effort, time on the water basically. Yeah. You'll start to get a feel for what you're doing right and versus like what you're doing wrong. And yeah, for me, I feel like I'm at the point where I'm starting to have some more knowledge of this tournament fishing, and it's showing. So.
And it's like time on the water, like you said.
Yeah.
It builds your confidence being on the water more often than not, right?
And I said it's always good to know many, not too many, but like your confidence techniques for sure. Like obviously right now for me is that even though it's a finesse, like finesse underspins, when I go to confidence baits right now, like shaky head, I never caught a shaky head till like a month ago. And now I'm just like constantly catching fish with it.
It's always, I think what you're trying to say is like, you have your confidence baits, but don't be afraid to experiment with baits that you've never caught fish on.
Because every day changes with fishing. So one practice day they could be hitting the crankbait, and tournament day could be a drop shot day. So it's always nice to have more knowledge of different techniques and adapt to the situation that you're brought into.
For example, my Paris tournament, 2 weeks before the tournament that I had, I was on a swim bait by KAYAK, 3.3 inch, Matt Steffen, right? And I was getting them on rock piles on the drop, dead sticking, slow rolling over the rock piles. And then practice day, nothing, just one fish on a spot that I haven't even patterned before, that I haven't even fished before. And then tournament day, never took out a drop shot all during practice. Tossed it out there, and then I got all my fish on a drop shot, except for one that was on an A-rig. And I haven't even caught an A-rig.
Yeah.
I wasn't throwing an A-rig during practice either. So it's like, do you shoot yourself and fish your confidence bait all day, even if it's not working? Probably not.
Probably not, but
yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of like mind games.
It's decision
making.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing in bass fishing is
Especially kayak fishing, since we're pretty limited to certain areas that we can fish, and we have to figure out how, if you like, obviously there is fish, so like, what can you do to get the bite?
And also, do I make that run?
Yeah, do you make that run to the other side of the lake? It costs you 40 minutes or something.
Exactly, or like 2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
And then you burn your battery out
Exactly.
like you and I did.
Yeah.
You did it at what lake did you do it
I
at?
did it at Folsom.
Yeah, you did it at Folsom. I did it over at Paris, and we had to paddle back.